This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFLTV. It's Sunday evening, 10 to 9. All right,
I
mate?
was having a really productive morning and you called me and you're like, can you do 9 p.m. tonight? And I'm like, yeah. And I thought, that's 9 p.m. Sunday. And I've just been sitting on the sofa watching a new show, thinking, as you know, I texted you about 2 hours ago going, I'm ready now.
Yeah.
I sometimes think to myself, what are you doing with your life doing an interview with IFL at 9 p.m. on a Sunday?
There's like
I feel like it might be a sickness.
there's a good little love story between IFL and Eddie Hearn. And I think and
But
I think you
I
pay
just
homage
don't
to
say
that.
no.
You pay homage to that.
I just don't say no.
You like talking boxing and talking bollocks,
I
so
actually do, yeah. I actually do.
right. I don't know where we're gonna start, but I'll tell you where we'll start. Let's start with the mayhem that is Misfits
Mm.
Manchester last night.
I
Uh,
watched it.
little shout out to Joey Essex going in.
Loads of shout outs. I actually enjoyed it. Do you know what? I've kind of got my head round now that it's just another world. Do you know what I mean? So rather than saying like, so on my group chat with my friends, because I've got a couple of friends, right? It's like, this is awful. Like these two can't even box. It's like, no, guys, we know that. Right? There's mixed abilities on the show, right? We'll come to Darren Till in a bit and those guys. But like with Joey and the other fella,
Numero.
numero uno, whoever his name was, that like it's very difficult when you've never boxed before. You can go and train for 8 weeks with Tony Sims, but when you get in there at Manchester Arena and there's whatever there was in, I don't know, 10,000, whatever, like everything goes out the window. But you see sometimes like people just sort of cower away and look for a way out. Those two just went for war, went to war. I mean, it was limited, but what they showed was unbelievable hard. Joey Essex is, I mean, you got to give him massive respect and kudos because you know what boxing does? Boxing changes lives in so many different ways. So, see Joey Essex for a good example. That would have been by far the greatest thing that has ever happened in his life. Right? Forget, I don't know, Towie, forget all these shows he's had, forget the money he's made. That and that training camp, that moment, that can really mold you and build you differently to go on and do other things in life. But I think that he deserves a lot of credit. I mean, I didn't really know what I was watching last night. And actually, misfits is a good word because it's kind of like all just bundled in, isn't it? It's like, what is this? 1 minute it's a fight between two people I've never heard of. Next thing, six is in there. Next thing, there's an MMA fight that's over in about 4 seconds. Next thing, it's Salt Pappy against some UFC legend. Like it's just, and then the main event. So I actually think it's really watchable. I think Mams and Khaled do a good job. I think it's a really good brand. What it is it's an entertainment format. It's not. I don't see it as boxing, and I think if you can do that, you can enjoy it a lot more. Because some people get a little bit precious. I think I probably used to get, but now you just got to go. No, it's not. Forget like if you want real boxing, if you want quality world championship boxing, as a real sport, that's over there. But if you just want a mad night where you don't really know what you're watching, that's what it is. And I actually enjoyed it.
Hmm. Shame you didn't really get really back involved in it, because you'd be good at
I
some.
can't do it because it's just not. I don't have a passion for it. And I'm not trying to sound cringy, but I love boxing so much. Like I just can't. But I've learned to be able to watch that and enjoy it. But I just can't. But some of it's changed a lot, don't you think? I mean, Darren Till can fight, you know. Um, and some of the other stuff, the quality's, it's not. Um, different to some levels of professional boxing. I don't think, but I think those guys involved, they're smart people. They're not, I don't know what the pay-per-view numbers were, but I enjoyed it. I thought I paid for it. I got my value for money, I think. Was you there?
No, I wasn't there. I was there
No?
during the week, but I had to come home. Um, Darren Till.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously quite a conclusive knockout of Luke Rockhold, but I suppose the talking point came with his spat with your old mate Carl Froch, who was eating, I don't know what he was eating. Was it a cake or something he was
An
eating?
apple or something, wasn't it?
Um,
I've got to be honest, and I don't think retired legends like Carl, that's what he is, should go anywhere near it. I love the fight. I love the fight. You know why I love the fight? Because I think Darren Till's a decent boxer, but I think even by his own admission, he couldn't lace Carl Froch's boots pound for pound when Carl was what he was. But that was a long time ago, right? One, Darren's bigger. Two, Carl hasn't boxed for 10 years.
over. Yeah.
Carl was brilliant. Carl is so tough, but you're just not the same. Like when you start getting hit on the chin again, and I've got to be honest, I think it's a cracking matchup. I really do. And like I don't think Carl should be boxing again, but this is a bit different. He won't do it. He won't do it because it's not enough money. No,
We'll say, is there enough money to?
I don't think it's enough money for Carl. Because if Carl got beat to Darren Till, it would be a tough pill to swallow. But Till's great because I think he goes wild at the presses, and I'm not sure he's necessarily quite like that. I mean, it doesn't look like he is after the fight, but I think he's improving a lot. He's got a great training team, and Joe and Declan and the boys. I mean, he was well overmatched really against Luke Rockhold, but yeah, I actually don't mind Till against Froch. I'd watch it. It's not like it's Froch against some random YouTuber. Till can fight. But the age and the size makes it, dare I say, a 50-50. I don't know. I don't want to insult Carl. But, when you haven't boxed for, like you say, 10 plus years, it's different.
Okay, let's talk about your double fight week in two very contrasting places of the world, in Sunderland and Mexico.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, McCormack out.
Yeah.
Um,
Good show in Sunderland. I mean, it's next gen style. I did an interview with Ring Magazine earlier talking about Pat McCormack, and I'm kind of sick and tired of everyone saying how good he is, like, and how talented he is. Let's see it. And we're seeing that in his performances. But now, get this guy out of the way. It's a good fight, actually. We saw this guy lost a split decision to Shakram Gearsov on a Crawford Madrimov fight week. But Pat, everybody's talking about how good Pat McCormack is. So let's see it. Let's see it against Para, but more importantly, let's step him up accordingly after if he wins, and let's get that momentum because I think, and I've long thought, Pat McCormack could be the future of British boxing. This man should be a world champion, but the inactivity and injuries plagued him. Let's get on a run now. Let's beat Para in style and let's sling him in a big fight.
hmm.
Um, so he's got his chance. Main event in the Northeast and a good card as well. Like I said, younger generation. Adam Maka, Leo Atang, Cameron Bong, Tia Ayton, of course, after that spectacular knockout. Brilliant fight between Mark Dickinson and Troy Williamson in a Northeast derby. Sandy Ryan as well returning to action. Important for her to get a good win and move forward for the world title. So yeah, good little show. And meanwhile in Mexico in Los Mochis, it's the homecoming of what I think is the next king of Mexican boxing, Sugar Nunes, IBF super featherweight world champion. Going to have 7,000 banged out there. And yeah, want to watch him win in style and then land a massive fight in early 2026.
Double header live on the zone this weekend. Um, the last time I actually spoke to you was not last Friday, the Friday before, and we did an interview in the day, and was talking about AJ and Jake Paul,
Mm.
and he was still talking about it, as in, yeah, or hinting that things were progressing, and then within hours of that, me talking to you, this situation with Javante Davis comes up with Jake Paul. Can you just talk to me about between that morning of last Friday, not Friday just gone, the Friday before, what happened?
Nothing really. I mean, all our conversations with MVP were to do the fight sort of February, March time. And they said that they might fight in November. I didn't expect him to fight Gervonta Davis. But as you know, I think I was one of the first to tell everybody that Jake Paul had agreed to fight Gervonta Davis previously. So it came as a surprise. I mean, obviously, the last thing you're going to do if you want to keep an announcement quiet is tell me. So Nikita's not going to tell me that they're going to announce the Jake Paul fight, but I knew there was a good chance they could fight in November. I didn't think it would actually be against um, Jake against Gervonta Davis. I actually spoke to Nikita yesterday at length about various stuff, and they want to move forward with the Joshua fight. Around March 2026. But I said to him, you know, if you get chinned by Gervonta Davis, I can't possibly make the fight with AJ. Gervonta's a 135 pounder, so they don't think that's going to happen. But I don't know too much about it. It's an exhibition, is it, with bigger gloves and I don't know. But they definitely want to go from Gervonta Davis to AJ. The issue is I don't think we can wait till November to see how he gets on against Gervonta Davis. AJ is back in training, with a view to fight in early 2026. So it's very likely we'll do our own thing, but we'll see. We're still talking, and we do realise it's a massive event. If he was to go in there and bash up Gervonta Davis, I mean, it wouldn't be nothing much to boast about. It's a cruiserweight fight and a lightweight, but at least he's in there with a pound for pound fighter.
Would you beat Javante Davis?
Me,
Yeah, you at 6'6".
probably not. No, he'd probably break my ribs.
Right, so you're telling me that
But I might have a go on the Misfits though. You're gonna have a go on the Misfits.
I'd fight you on the Misfits. Oh.
They, I don't think they could spend the money.
Yeah, on you.
Yeah, I know. You'd be all right.
I would fight you on the Misfits, but
Would you? Have to be 1 minute round. Because after watching Joey Essex, who's absolutely ripped to shreds, gas out after 1 round yesterday. It'd be a great thing to do though.
do you know what though? Do you know, like, if I'd one fight and it was against you, and you caught me, knocked me out, and
Yeah,
that's
but you know the worst thing about that is you and me, yeah. I think you can whack a bit, and so can I, probably, because we're two big lumps. So we're both useless, but probably capable of knocking the other one out with one shot. Probably make quite good TV.
you reckon me and you could do 16,500 at the O2, me and you.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
But it would have to be 90-10. Because with all due respect, like no, seriously. Seriously.
1910.
I need 10 mil.
What?
I need 10 mil. You know why I need 10 mil? Just in case you chin me. It would be so embarrassing. I'd have to have 10 mil to do it.
You wouldn't be able to walk the pillar at
No, I
again.
wouldn't. Imagine.
Oh, imagine that. And our kids have got to live through that as well.
Yeah, and knowing my luck, I think I'll probably walk onto one from you.
All right, I'll put it to colour anyway. Ed, are you saying that nothing's really changed in terms of Joshua? Like, we're obviously not going to see him in action this year, but you said just there that you might look to do your own thing, kind of. It's,
Yeah, I think it's very likely you're going to see him fight internationally in the early part of 2026. I mean, last time I spoke to you, which was I think at that time, I was thinking there's a good chance we could fight Jake Paul next. They're telling me they still want us to do that. I'm just saying, obviously, I'm reluctant because you just don't know what's going to happen in the Gervonta Davis fight. If he was awful and Gervonta was beating him up, how can I possibly like you just you can't if you're getting beat up by Gervonta Davis, really, it's really not a good idea to fight Anthony Joshua. So
don't you,
yeah,
but don't you listen? He would have been out of the ring for probably his longest period of time in his career. Like, isn't part of you just you want to get him out? Like his last fight was to Dubois, which he lost.
yeah, but at the same time, he's not going to fight till he's ready to fight, like physically, and I think that is the fact that he's back in training now.
Mm.
It's imminent. But I said earlier, this fight is going to be really, being quite honest, a warm-up fight, you know, for the big gamble in the probably the summer or back end of the summer. But every fight is dangerous, apart from Jake Paul. So it doesn't matter if you're fighting a top 15, top 20, top 25 heavyweight, they're all dangerous. And he will be fighting. So, like, he's not going to fight some bloke who's just lost to the Southern area. It will be it'll be a proper fight, but you hope to choose someone that's going to go in there, he's going to get his confidence, have a good fight, knock him out, and then move forward to Fury or whoever it is. And that fight will be the roll of the dice fight.
Any more conversations about Africa?
Only that that's an option, and we really like the idea. I think it would be amazing for him to do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely a potential.
Right, let's keep with Joshua. Much publicized 1 to 50 most influential people in boxing, according to Boxing News. I mean, we'll come on to you in a minute, but what I found fucking insane, mind my language, is that you could put Anthony Joshua 49 out of 50 people in boxing, and I actually thought it was a joke. I genuinely thought it was a wind up, like some.
When I first saw it, because they broke it down, they like did 10,
Yeah,
50 to 40, and then blah,
yeah.
blah. I saw it and I was like, wow, like this list must be just crazy if Joshua's 49. I mean, obviously I thought I was still number one, but it was like, who on earth is ahead of Joshua for him to be 49? And no disrespect to some of the names in the list, but it's actually quite laughable that they are not just one place ahead of him, but I don't know, 20 or 30 places ahead of him. I mean, AJ remains one of the biggest names in the sport. He's one of the most powerful. What's that, mate?
It's all right.
I was getting a
I
picture of
shut.
you just come up,
I've just got to shut the back
flashing your
door.
biceps.
Yeah, that's an old school photo.
No. Anyway,
Go on, go on.
so yeah, for me, Joshua should be top 10. He should always be top 10. And he's been instrumental in the rise of British boxing. So yeah, it was a bit of a weird one, really. It was almost like a, a vendetta, you know? I've not spoken to AJ about it. I wonder what he thinks.
Do you know what though? Like, can you just give what you think the definition of somebody with influence within the sport is? What do you? Because it's obviously not the same as what Boxing News perceives that to be, because surely it's about like how heavy your weight, like your
Yeah, I
weight
mean,
carries, like
when we
how
say,
heavy
what
you
was it,
weigh.
the it was top 50 most powerful,
Influential, I think, yeah.
influential. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could, you know, interpret that in many different ways, can't you? Influential in what? Broadcast deals, social media attention, representing fighters. I don't know, but still, like the fact is, if you walk down the street or if you spoke to fight fans in our country and said, "Tell me your top five most influential people in British boxing," everyone would have AJ in the top five.
Yeah.
I mean,
I would go as far as saying AJ has more influence in boxing than you.
let's not be silly, but you know,
Hey, do you know what though? The thing is, I know like it's been a great fit for Matchroom, but like, do you think that AJ could have just promoted himself?
no.
Well, obviously not because you've worked with him since day
No,
one.
but I'm not just saying that. AJ got to a point where, yeah, of course, like he was big enough to do certain things on his own, but that can also be a massive mistake for someone's career to think that you can do all those things. And by the way, also the aggravation that that involves
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and the attention that it takes off you. Great example, Audley Harrison. Now, I'm not saying Audley Harrison had all the ability in the world, but what he wanted to do was he wanted to be his own promoter, his own manager, his own matchmaker. He wanted to do it all. And it completely, I know because it's the worst business in the world. It's the biggest ball ache ever. The stress and aggravation that would go to the fighter would be impossible. So, no, is your answer.
But I would listen. Top five in the world. I'd say a top 10 million%. He has to be in there. Top five. Would you put him on if you was doing that list?
Yeah, look, if you're, with all due respect to Canelo Alvarez, if you're putting Canelo Alvarez up there, you've got to put AJ up there because, Canelo Alvarez, yeah, big name fighter in America, but, AJ's like Canelo in the UK, arguably bigger. So I don't know, who was it? Was it Turkey, Frank, me, Aram? See, Aram, they've lost their TV deal. Top ranked, great company, not in a good place right now at all. But Aram's a legend. He's a survivor. I think Canelo was five.
Just getting it up. One sec.
Were you in there?
I think I was 51. No, not
Do
really.
you know what? I actually think you could have a shout to creep in there.
Um, Depends what they're looking for. Listen, if AJ's 49, I got a fucking prayer of I, to be
Yeah,
fair.
true. True.
What do you think about coming third in that list? If you're being honest.
I think there's arguments to and from. My global position versus Frank, I think he's very. It's a great argument for me to be above him. My shows in the UK, US, Mexico, Australia, my stable worldwide. But Queensbury are doing great and they're on a good run. They've got, a lot of powerful heavyweights. Good TV deal with the zone as well. So I think because we're buddies now, I honestly didn't even think about it. Like I got a lot of people DMing me, "Oh, I bet you're fuming, mate." I'm like, honestly, not even one. I probably would have been if we weren't getting on like we are. Um, but as I said in the interview with Andy, I've been top five, I think, for the last, I don't know, 7, 8 years. And I think that's pretty impressive because to be that consistent in this business and to be perceived to be in the top three or top five most influential, powerful people in boxing as long as I can remember, I think it's a bit of a buzz, really. I said to Andy, I don't, not that I don't rate myself, of course I do, but probably like I think people get the wrong end of the stick with me sometimes where they just think he loves himself, he's so arrogant. He think, and I do back myself, but I still think I've got a long way to go. I don't think I'm anywhere near cracking it, and I don't. I think I can do a lot better.
You know how
But
encouraging that comment is for boxing that you think like that.
yeah, but on it, that's the genuine truth. But I don't. I I probably, and it might be a weakness. I probably don't rate myself as much as I should. I don't think I've done that great yet. That's genuine, hand on heart. Don't get me wrong, I think we've done some great things, and but I probably should think that I've done better than I have because I feel like I can do a lot better, genuinely.
Um, I hear that. It just means you're not content with where you are right now.
Yeah, probably. But that's not a good thing necessarily.
It's not a bad thing.
Maybe. Depends what you want out of life, doesn't it? Like if you know, like there's always the danger that you're never content with what you've achieved.
Yeah, but then you won't stop trying them, will you?
True, true.
Just to finishing off on this thing. So Al Heyman was number six. Shay Segev, the CEO of DAZN, at number seven. De La Hoya at number eight. George Warren nine, and Nick Khan at number 10.
Yeah. All very smart people, all very
Hmm.
powerful people. No surprises in that top 10. I think that sometimes like Canelo, that's a strong slot for Canelo.
What you're saying, Canelo shouldn't be at that position.
No, I think he should. He's very influential, but top five is, you know.
Anyway, I'll stand by what I said. I think it's a fucking joke, AJ. You know? Um, give me a top five boxing YouTubers, not the channel, the people.
Both influential.
Yeah,
You, number one.
but you actually reckon out of
Yeah.
boxing YouTube, yeah?
Going globally.
Yeah, I'm international, geez.
One, you. I mean, two, like I don't know enough about this world, but I kind of feel like fight hype has big history. I don't know, is that
Yeah, with
right?
Mayweather they do, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Right now, who would you say is the biggest boxing YouTuber in America?
see, there's a difference. Channel-wise, the biggest channel in independent boxing media, I think, is Fight Hub.
Is it Marcos?
Marcos is one. But in terms of views, it could be Fight Hype.
Right.
So they're the top two in
Well,
America.
I'm gonna go
I'm not
you.
even talking about channel. I'm talking about people because you obviously the people like
Okay, well, then if I do that, if you're not talking about views,
yeah,
then my perception
yeah,
for people,
yeah,
not channels and
yeah,
views,
yeah, yeah,
I would say you.
yeah.
I would say, and I know this might be controversial, but I would say Ellie Setback. I mean, like,
He's the original one. I feel like he has to go in a list because
yeah,
he's the original one.
because there aren't necessarily the individual personalities that there are in the UK.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you, I'm going to name the five random ones, right?
Well, you're not going to put
You
it all right, go on.
Set back. I put Parsons up there
Right.
right now.
Yeah.
I mean, probably no one will know his name within the next 18 months, but right now, I would put him up there. Um, do you know what? Like, I'd even put Radio Raheem up there.
Listen, I was going to say Raheem. Raheem's, if there's a list of people, Raheem's got
Yeah,
to.
because like personalities, one that you know, and then honourable mentions, Con,
Does he make the
Louis
top
Hart.
five? Hold on. Does he make the top five? Column.
No, because I'll never fucking hear the end of it, to be honest with you. But I do think like right now they're putting themselves back. But then you got that, like Colm, Lewis Hart, Andy Puro's been around for a long time.
Yeah,
Michelle Phelps been around a long time. Marcos Villegas.
yeah.
Um, what about the boxing voice guys?
They've been in it for a fucking long time.
Yeah, Nesta.
Yeah.
That is it. Also, honourable mention, Nuna Boy in Australia. Also very instrumental with Fight Hype. Um, sorry if I've missed anybody out.
I want to chuck my boys in there, Andy and Joe,
Yeah.
because they'll have a. Yeah, they've been
It's
doing.
good, it's good if you
Andy's
could.
been
I
doing
mean,
it a long time. Andy's been doing. Andy's actually my like second longest person. Been doing it for like 8 years. Oh, I'll chuck Andy in there, and Joe's my
Umar, Box Nation, been around.
um,
But it's been around a long time.
Oscar Bevis,
Oscar Bevis.
formerly at
I
IFL.
think it's really good that those guys can build their own kind of brand. I
Yeah.
mean, it is all down to whether I interact with them or not, but all of their brands have been built off me building their brands. Like Colm, for example, completely irrelevant without me building his brand. Parsons, completely irrelevant without me building his brand. You know,
I mind my language. They're all they're gonna
Bevis,
say, "Watch this."
and the whole thing with Louis versus Lewis Hart, that whole conversation has just catapulted his career.
Um, right, Ben Eubank, presser pending. Couple of
Yeah,
weeks.
it will be. We actually had the news of when that is last night. So I'll let that get announced officially, but it will be the week following Canelo Crawford.
Right.
So here we go, all over again. November 15th, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, Ben Eubank 2.
Can you? Obviously, there's a lot of speculation about who's going to be on the undercard. If I'd listed some fights, would you tell me if there's a chance?
Yeah, what I did the other day was I list. Don't forget, there's multiple people involved with this show, so I've put forward certain fights on the card. So yes, go on. You can mention the ones that I might have put forward.
The Vong and Gwyn rematch.
Correct.
Um,
Cameron, Catterall Esserman.
yes, is that accurate?
Great fight. I mean, this is me saying to Ring, these are some fights that I think would be great for the show. Catterall against Esserman, Conor Walker against Pat McCormack. I know that there's talk of Blair Cobbs as well
They're
because
top, yeah.
obviously Napa represents him, Eubank. Um,
Will there be any heavyweights on that card, Ed, do you think, or not?
uh, I don't know. I don't know.
Um, how do you think this Alexander Usyk situation plays out with Parker then?
I don't know. I mean, I think
Because there's rumours that Parker's going to be fighting someone else, etc. But
yeah. I mean, I know obviously the rumor is of Parker fighting at the O2 in October, and I think that will probably, obviously we'll wait for an announcement, but I think that will probably happen because Usyk's not going to fight this year, by the sounds of things, and Joseph hasn't boxed since was it February, so he's keen to fight. Obviously, I think the belts are going to really fragment over the next 6 months. I mean, you've got even the IBF right now. Frank Sanchez against Effie Ajagba. I don't know what happened with Chisora. I thought he was mandatory with the IBF. But now they're running a final eliminator for Ajagba against Frank Sanchez. And the IBF are very forceful with their mandatory. So the winner of that fight, or whoever it is going to be mandatory for Alexander Usyk. Good chance he vacates. That becomes a vacant title, whatever it does. You got Moses sniffing around. You got Joe Parker's mandatory for the WBO. You got Cabiel. He's fighting in December. I think he's going to be mandatory for the WBC. So I think the belts are really going to free up over the next sort of 12 months.
Appetite, Chisora?
No,
No.
no, not. I mean, not even really being discussed. I think that Jai has made it clear he wants to stay at cruiserweight and give himself every opportunity to unify. Now, it's not his fault that Zerdo's ruptured his shoulder because that fight was going to happen November 22nd. But he'll fight Sin Cara, the mandatory, and then hopefully when Zerdo comes back, he'll go straight into that fight because we need to get Jai the unification matchups.
Hmm. What's happening with Hooney?
Huni will fight in November. He will have a 10-round title fight, and then after that, anyone you want. I think him and Moses is a great matchup.
You
I
think?
really, yeah, because they're both young, they're both got great movement, they're both a little bit smaller than the bigger heavyweights, but I think that's a good fight.
Interesting to see Moses' next move, isn't it?
Yeah, it's difficult because there's no tearing rush, but obviously at the same time he's very good. But when they talk about he beat Usyk and this, and then they talk about putting him in with Jermaine Franklin. Like, there's many levels between them. I mean, Hrgovic, I don't think Hrgovic would fight him, if I'm honest. That's going to be a problem for them, is getting the matches now because everyone's going to want an absolute fortune to fight him.
Um, be interesting, but I mean, all the talk of Usyk and Moses has gone a bit quiet. Don't you? Don't expect
Yeah,
that
look,
here last year.
Moses is a great fighter. I just think, he's really got to gain some experience to compete and beat Usyk, in my opinion. But he's very talented. But I don't think there's a tearing rush. But it's not really my business.
And we obviously know you don't talk about anything that's not your business. So,
Well, I don't. At the end of the day, you ask me questions about things that aren't my business, then I comment on them because I'm being asked about them, and then I get in trouble.
trouble for what? Those days are
Just
gone
like,
where you used to piss people off.
no,
Everyone fucking
because,
likes you now.
but like, I'm just going to give my opinion of stuff, and it's just like my opinion as a fan.
Ticket update for Belfast and Dave Allen.
Dave Allen is approaching 8,000 in Sheffield, which is unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, that atmosphere is going to be crazy. I think I want to say 18,000 for Belfast, over that. So I think I hope we can get to 20,000 in Belfast. Be amazing. Just under 2 weeks to go. Crocker Donovan's going to be wild.
Do you know what your
Also, Jarko Ishmael Davis is really hotting up. It's going to be a great fight.
Do you know
What
what
you
your
say?
fight week is next week? Just for my own reference, really. Do you know what you're doing next week? For
Which
Belfast.
so Thursday presser,
Yeah.
Friday weigh-in, obviously Saturday
You're
main
not
fight.
doing anything prior to Thursday.
I
That's what.
think we may do some kind of workout or official face-off, but I'll let you know. I mean, is there anything, you know, timing wise you want me to set up for you to make sure that you'll be there? Because that's
Well, yeah, because
really important.
yeah, actually, I do. It's my daughter's first day at school next week, so I want
What
to
day?
uh
Good
Monday.
job, you know.
Monday.
Monday. Monday you'll be fine.
Do you remember them days, Ed? First day at school.
Mate, honestly, life goes so quickly. Next thing you know, they're 16.
Jesus Christ. Ed, just a quick one while I just remember. When I spoke to Gareth A. Davies about the Joshua Tank situation and Jake Paul, he said that he believed that it broke down because of a network issue because Joshua's exclusive to Zone, he's on Netflix, blah, blah,
Nothing broke down. I mean, there was no, oh, we'll leave it. I mean, even now, we're trying to do the fight. Yes, Joshua is exclusive to DAZN. And obviously, Jake Paul does a lot of his big fights on Netflix. So it's not a case of, oh, we'll just do it on Netflix. We can't. Joshua's exclusive to DAZN. Now, whether there's a conversation to be had or whatever, but it didn't get that far. One, it never broke down. And two, it had nothing to do with a network issue.
blah. Okay. Okay. So you're saying that Jake Paul would have to come to the zone?
No, I'm saying that we would have to reach an agreement with everybody on how the broadcast situation would work. By the way, Jake Paul's last fight was on the zone.
Yeah,
So
what?
who's laughing now, prick?
Do you know what? Can I just mention a story, yeah? Do you know when you done your launch for the zone in New York? What was it,
Yeah.
like 7, 8 years ago, whenever it was? You rung me and said, "Would you come to this thing? Like, we'll pay for you to fly out there and blah blah blah." And I went, "Yeah, what is it?" And you wouldn't tell me what it is. You just went, "Oh, it's just this." You went, "It's this new app that we're launching." That is what you said. And I went, "Yeah, what's it called?" He went, "No, don't worry about it." He said, "Can you come? Like, it's 2 days, just fly in, fly, blah blah." I went, "Yeah, all right, no problem." But you just went to me, you mugged me off badly by not even telling me the name of the zone. By going, "Just this new app we're involved in."
Look at
I
it now.
remember these things. I remember these things. And
Look
look
at
where
it
we
now.
are now.
Who would have thought, right, that 7 years later it would be the global home of boxing? That every promoter in the world would be trying to get on. Because let's be honest, that is fact.
Yeah,
Promoters lose, promoters losing their TV deal left, right, and centre, desperate to get on the global home of boxing. The same ones that were going, oh, it's the dead zone. Oh, it's an app. Oh, who wants to box on the app? Oh. But someone see it, didn't they? Someone see it.
what? Have you heard anything about what Sky Sports are doing or not?
No,
No.
no. I mean, yeah, I know a lot of what's being said and fighters, what they're trying to do, but
It would be a shame if Sky Sports ain't involved in boxing.
oh,
I'm
they'll,
gonna
they'll
say
be
it would be.
involved in. They'll be involved in boxing.
It would be a fucking shame. I would say
They'll
that.
be involved in boxing.
Okay. Is your contract up with the zone soon?
Not soon, soon. Why?
Do you know what? Can I just go you a conversation with Colin, right? He went, "Could you imagine, yeah? Like it's deadline day." He goes, and when it comes to the week of Eddie signing his renewal with Design or whatever, he like comes out of the car with a Sky Sports t-shirt on with like Chris Eubank style. That's what Colin said. But anyway, that's what Colin said. Um, what? Blame him. Blame him. But yeah, I think no one can argue that DAZN is very clearly the home of boxing.
This is true.
And we've just entered a partnership. That's not why I've said that. I would have said it anyway.
Yeah, of course.
Eddie Hearn, thank you very much for your time. Have you got anything else you want to say?
Um, Not really. I went for a run this morning. It's and it was really hard. And then when I was running, I thought to myself, I hate this. I hate it. And when I got to 7K, I really wanted to stop. And I said, I'm just going to do 7K. And I went on and I'd done 10. And when I finished, I was so proud of myself. And that was my story. And do you know what else I did today?
Go on.
I went to mass.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Is that going to be a continuing thing?
No, not really. I just I was quite curious about stuff as I get a bit older, you know. I found it quite confusing, if I'm honest. Like I was trying to follow it, and I had a order of mass. I actually went with Colm before, but
In what
I find
country?
it very interesting how you can put your faith in God, Jesus Christ, or a religion. Do you? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
I find it extremely powerful. I'm not in that position yet. And it doesn't matter what religion it is. But it's really Katie Taylor kind of opened my eyes to all that kind of thing, like the strength that she has through her faith.
You've never come across as an overly religious man, but you've come across somebody that is curious about religion, and you'll kind of
I'm just quite skeptical about all things, really. I mean, I don't, you know, I think, but I just, when I was in there, even when I was in there today, I mean, I'm just kind of in there with an open mind. But when I'm kind of looking around and I'm looking at like the the way that people give themselves to the faith and to the Lord, do you know what I mean? I just find it really powerful. I don't know how far I could go with it because I'm quite a skeptic. Like, you know, when you're kind of listening to it, it's like, I don't know. You've really got, I feel like it's something you've really got to commit to and believe in. You can't sort of go in and go, that sounds a bit dodgy. I don't know about that, you know?
yeah, all or nothing.
Yeah, but obviously there's a lot of people in boxing that have become extremely religious over the years, you know? So yeah, find it quite interesting, really. I'm just, I really want to educate myself a little bit better about things as well. Because I feel like over the last 15 years, I've just been like business, business, particularly boxing, 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 boxing. And I think I've kind of sometimes lost focus on other things because I'm so dialed in on what I'm doing, if that makes sense. Football's another example. I know nothing about, you know, we're talking about going into a football business. Now, don't get me wrong, no one can do a better deal than me. No one. And no one can navigate a career and of an athlete, I believe, as good as me. But I still don't know enough about, I'm not necessarily about the clubs, but just about almost about current affairs in the league table, you know?
But you're not, and you've never really claimed to be like a huge football fan. A fan of
But even
football, but not.
sports, I love sport. I love sport. And I'm so blinkered sometimes on boxing. I'm not even talking about football, but I'm talking about cricket. I'm talking about like American football, basketball. I would love to have a broader knowledge of those kind of things. Anyway, I don't really know where this conversation's going, but
What happened to your tattoo?
I got it.
Let's have a look.
Ah, it's not
Yeah.
really for me, is it?
Well, let me punch you in the ribs then. That was the deal.
Do you know what? I would like to get a tattoo
Why don't you do it?
because I just don't think it's me.
Yeah, but it's going to be hidden, and no one is really going to see it because unless you do that cringe video you did with Frank Smith on that boat years ago, no one's really. Kiki, do you love me?
Awful.
Went viral.
Where's the years gone?
Who filmed that, by the way?
How old are you now?
2 years younger than you.
Terrible, isn't it? But you know what? Yeah, you go out a lot. I don't go out.
Yeah, but do you know what? I've got fucking. Listen, I come home for myself every week. I have my daughter a couple of days a week. I don't have that kind of structured family life. So,
But
what am I going to do? Like, it's a Sunday, but obviously I'm here talking to you and I couldn't think of anything better. But generally, like
but
a
it's not just,
weekend,
it's not, forget that, forget all that stuff. It's just the age. Like, I don't think, I wouldn't know what to do. You know, when you go down, where'd you go? The Vault or
Harry's bar.
Harry's Bar? Is there Harry's one in Billericay?
Yeah, that's the main one.
Oh, I'd love to see you in there.
Well,
I bet you're a right celeb in there, aren't you?
Colin, no, I've taken Colin to Harry's bar. I've taken Andy to Harry's bar, and I've taken
I
Colin
wouldn't,
to
I
Harry's bar.
wouldn't know what to do.
Do you know what though? When I go down there, I see randomly some of the people that you used to go to school with, and I've sent you a
You went to
picture
school with, or I go to school with.
that you went to school with,
Right.
or people that know you outside of boxing, and they go, "Oh,
Who
fuck it."
was that geezy?
But I was
Was
going to
that
say, who's this geezer? He said that basically he knew your dad. You got it up.
you? You just messaged me pissed, going, "Who's this geezer?" And
He's
it's just
there,
like,
yeah. Look, he's there. Will you send that to your dad? Don't get him up on the screen. He said he used to do stuff like work with your dad or something.
yeah, he does. He does look familiar.
But yeah,
Harry's Bar, eh?
it's a great plug for Harry's.
Those days are long gone.
Katie Taylor, what's the situation? Is with
Nothing really. She's hasn't decided if she's going to fight again, but needs to make a decision soon. The problem is more time frame. I don't think she's going to fight till spring, summer, but we've got to make a decision over the next couple of weeks.
would it be Chantel Cameron?
Possibly, yeah. I mean, I just think the issue is the timing because when you're negotiating that fight now, like on any purse bid, you have to do the fight within 90 days, which is like December. She's not fighting anytime soon.
Do you reckon she's
So
got one more in her? Just one more.
possibly, yeah. I mean, she posted the other day, like hitting a bag, excited for what's next. And I'm like, oh, okay.
What Sam Jones and that posted something about Dubois the other day, saying that the fight being. Do you know about this or not really?
Massive fight.
Yeah, do you know about it or not?
No, I thought it might be Caviar, but apparently it's not. But I don't know, it could be.
How do
Who
you
would?
not know this? Like it's like I thought, like the
Well,
post.
because you never know if it's true. I mean, it's the sort of thing I'd say. Oh, tune in, massive fight coming, big news, but you actually haven't even done anything.
Have you done that in the past?
Yeah.
No, you ain't.
No, probably not as forceful as what they did. Because I mean, but I've said I would say stand by. We're working on something massive.
Oh,
Like, but I wouldn't say done deal. What? So I don't know what but I'm trying to think who that might be.
Scott Quick down from Berry to hold a big check in your office.
That was one of the great moves.
Oh dear.
How cringe back in the day.
I've got to say though, the build up, the fight didn't live up to what it was meant to,
No.
but the build up to Quig Frampton was
But that,
fucking
but you
unbelievable.
know what I did, right? I was sitting there because I wanted Frampton. I wanted Frampton. I needed to know that Frampton knew the exact offer, right?
Right.
So I was sitting in the office and I was like, right. So I phoned up Sky Sports and I was like, have you got a reporter nearby? And they're like, oh, what do you want to do? I said, well, what I want to do, I've got Scott Quigg here. I'm going to write a check and I'm going to put it up on the camera of how much it is. And they're like, right, okay. And then they just turned up with a big crew and a satellite. I'm like, right, here we go. Here it is. Now, this wasn't a fake check. This was my actual checkbook with all the numbers of the bank, right? My account number and everything on the check. This is me. Yeah. Thinking I was great. Do you know, we had about 6 calls. This was even back in the day before bank fraud. People were turning up at the HSBC trying to draw money out of my account
Oh.
because they'd seen it on Sky Sports News.
Do you know what? Respect
It
it.
worked though.
You messaged me and said get down the office, blah blah. You didn't tell me what it was. But back then, what was that? 10 years ago?
Yeah.
Like anyone else because there's no one else fucking doing it.
No, now I wouldn't even call you.
No, you'd
I'll
ring.
call Ryan.
What? Shut up, mate. All right.
All right, mate. Thanks for the Sunday night call.
Can I show you me at not? Can I show you me at 20 years old?
Go on. Oh, yeah. You look older there than you do now.
Look at this.
That is awful. You look much better now. To be fair, I look better
I'll
now
be
than I
honest
did
with you.
when I was
I've seen
25.
you when I've seen pictures of you when you was whatever. You've aged well.
Yeah,
Aged very
awful.
well. You was a bit like Rodney Trottery. He was like
No,
the
I wasn't Rodney Trot. I was fat.
fat, but just
Just I wasn't in, like but also my hairline was much better back then. It was like down about there.
why don't you go and get it done then?
Mate, it's not that bad. Believe it
No,
out.
but if you keep talking about your airline,
No, because I'm not really that bothered. Do you know what though? I had it cut yesterday. The greys are out of control. And
look,
when they
hey,
cut
look,
but when they cut it short around the sides, it really you can really see the greys. Anyway, do you know what? I couldn't give a flying fuck. And do you know what? That's a great feeling. Because maybe at one point I would have had my haircut and gone, oh my God, oh Jesus. And now I'll just go, look at the greys on the boy. Look at yours.
I know, but I've got a good hairline, so I
You've
don't
got
give
a
a shit.
great hairline.
So I
If
don't
I
give a
had a
shit.
hairline like that, I would 100% have my hair just cropped off all the time. But I don't want any, I don't want to go and get all the fucking shape. Oh, no.
Certain pictures, people do suggest that you've had something.
But I do need it, especially on, but because I'm so tall, especially around here, it's a bit going well thin up there. But it is what it is, mate. The only thing I'm bothered about from an aesthetic point of view is just keep training. And most of that's just, you got to start training again.
How many litres of water do you drink a day?
Good question. Not enough. But I was actually thinking this weekend, I've drunk a lot of water and I feel much better. Judging by my weight, I should be drinking over 4 litres a day.
4 litres. That's insane.
Not really when you think about it.
It's a lot of
Because
water.
if you think about it, right, that is 1 litre.
Right. Yeah, I suppose.
What you should do is when you wake up in the morning, the first thing that you should do is hydrate,
What,
right?
drink a litre of water?
I would say so, with electrolyte or salt. That's the first thing you should do. So one of them, bang, 1 litre, done. Then you move on to your coffee.
Do you
You
want
don't
to?
drink coffee, do you?
I've never drunk a cup of tea or coffee in my life.
That's
Not one.
mad.
It's weird. And my parents are from Sri Lanka.
What's that got to do with it?
Well, tea's very well known out there.
We're talking about coffee.
Well, either. Tea or coffee, never drunk in my life. Not one cup. Do you know another thing I've never had? I've never drunk a pint of beer.
Really?
Like, I've never had a bottle of beer, pint of beer in my
Shut
life.
up. A bottle. You've never had a bottle of beer.
When have you ever seen me with a bottle? I've never tasted a beer, a lager, nothing like that in my life.
That's mad.
It's weird.
You've never, and you,
And I've never had a glass of wine in my life either.
really?
Never.
You like a vodka, don't you?
I don't like vodka. I think it's fucking horrible. But
Is that that's what you drink, though,
yeah,
isn't
but
it?
that's what I will drink. But I've never tried beer. I've never tried wine. I've never tried whiskey. I've never tried a tea, a coffee. It's weird.
Well, you're quite a weird geezer.
Yeah, but I don't feel not bad for it. I don't think drinking cups of tea or coffee.
I like, honestly,
You saying that's good for you?
I think coffee in moderation is good for you, yeah.
Based on what? Good for you.
Based on research.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. While he was closing off an AJ deal, you quickly researched how coffee was
Oh,
good for the
I know.
brain.
But I love coffee. I love it.
Never tried
But
it.
what I've done lately is my drink is Americano with milk, right? But these are big fucking things. So now what I'm drinking is just espresso, single or double espresso,
Sucks.
little one of them. Yeah, mate.
It's good.
Sometimes forget this is actually being filmed
Oh, fuck. Do
and
you,
going out to 500,000 people.
do you think people actually are finding stuff interesting? Because we're not really supposed
I actually do.
I
You'll
pod,
get, it'll be twofold, right? You'll get the boxing fan that will go absolutely ridiculous, sitting there talking about coffee. And then you'll get the casual fan that's like, they just like,
listen to you talk.
well, not me, just I think just talking about shit. I don't know.
What happened to your podcast?
Um, I decided not to do it anymore because it's a lot of commitment. Do you know what I'm talking about doing at the moment? I won't say with because just in case I don't do it, but doing a little bit more of my own content, which is really bad news for you, I've got to be honest. Like, so for example, stuff like reactive stuff,
Don't.
where I'll just go live, or
Don't.
not just live, but I'll do videos based on things that are happening. So like say like, I don't know, last night during after the Misfits, I'd fire up and I'd go, um, oh, just watch the Misfits, got to talk about Carl Froch, Darren Till, blah, 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 and just do massive numbers. Say
That's
like Canelo Crawford, right? So we finish Donovan Crocker next week, do all the stuff, and then after Canelo Crawford, I do Eddie Reacts, right? I'd do 1 million views. He would absolutely crucify IFL.
you know what? It's not an issue of you
You,
doing it.
what if you pay me not to do it?
Listen, how the fuck could we pay you? A genuine question. You've
Oh,
got more money than God, right?
yeah.
How the fuck could we pay you?
I
Genuine
mean,
question. Like if I
we
went, Ed,
we didn't talk about an amount, did
here's a
we?
nifty, do us a favour. Well,
Well,
look,
not necessarily a nifty, but if it's gonna mean I don't do my interviews with you where we do 200, 300,000 views, there is a huge financial value to that. Just saying.
all right, get your lawyer to talk to our lawyer.
Okay.
Eddie Hearn.
Right. I'm going to bed.
Yeah, I'm going to bed.
Busy week. We're off to Los Mochis. 3 flights to get there.
Really? You
Yeah.
have to have arm protection.
Yes.
Do you?
Mm.
What, do you have one geezer, two geezers? What's the crack?
Yeah, a couple.
I bet you feel like the Don out there, didn't you? Like, come on, Pablo Hearn walking out there.
Yeah, it's right.
Two geezers. Nice. I want to come to Mexico. Will you invite me one day?
Yeah.
Can I come as part of Matchroom though?
Yeah.
I'll do some content for
It's
Matchroom.
unbelievable.
I want to
Like
go. I want to go to
I
Buenos
love I
Aires.
love Mexico, right? For just because the energy is unbelievable. Love the food. But for boxing, I can't tell you how unbelievable it is. Like this event, 7,000, his homecoming in Los Mochis, Sinaloa.
Oh,
It
oh,
it is wild. Wild. I love it. Live for it.
oh, I'd love to go. Next one, hook me up, Ed. Let me
All
come
right,
on
mate.
the jet. Let me come on the jet. And
I'm not going on a jet. I'm going on 3 different flights to get there.
all right,
Right, I'm going to bed.
go on. Ed, thank you very much.
People, I
Yeah.
love you always. I know sometimes you love me and you hate me, but I always love you. Got love for you. Cheers, people. Be happy. Ow.